Talk about confirmation. Last night at Recharge Wednesday at Center Church, they had a guest pastor, Armando Garcia, and he was talking about faith and how, you know, when he came to know his faith and Jesus, that he, you know, prayed really hard. He didn't know how he was going to pay for it, but he went to Bible school for 2 years, and he just all of a sudden, just money just came from, you know, totally unexpected places, and one of those was the VA. And it made me, of course, I got a buddy named Armando Garcia who's with the RWB, and curses like a sailor. It's hilarious. But and then this other Armando Garcia, the pastor last night, then he just started talking about heart intelligence and our heart, you know, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if he's listening to Ted Morter and Greg Brannon and Joe Dispenza. Well, he hasn't, right? But he's saying the same thing that they're saying. And so I started telling him about how, you know, I'm hearing about this, and I'm hearing how you gotta have that joy and happiness, you know, in your heart while you're praying. And I'm like, you know, I've felt that heart energy, you know, riding the zipper or roller coaster at the carnival, or standing on the back of a C-130 at night at 20,000 feet, or, you know, in the boxing ring, you know, slugging it out with the, you know, top fighters in the country, and or, you know, even, you know, running up a runway with bullets, you know, snapping past my head and skipping across in front of me. But the other place, the other time I remember it, the only time I can actually say there was joy and happiness was the day, you know, the instant I realized that God was real. Okay? And so I try to now, especially during praise and worship, you know, imagine that feeling, you know, that you know, I call it the flux capacitor in my chest, right? And when I'm in my prayer, and he thought that was funny. But it's like, whoa, it's a common theme. It's very definitely a confirmation for me. So that was awesome last night. And the other thing I've been thinking about is the tie-in with the Transamerica wealth and health community. Transamerica does not have nutritional supplements or a training program, okay, for people that aren't in good health. All they've got is their bulletin board for people that have the knowledge about diet and nutrition and exercise and fitness, that can share their knowledge. Okay, so I'm thinking of my situation. 2.5 years ago, I weighed 238 pounds. I couldn't run a quarter mile, and I couldn't do one pull-up. And one of my Navy SEAL buddies let himself get big. 2 years younger than me, he died of a heart attack, left behind a beautiful wife, 4 kids. And, you know, that with the same officer who very few people in the world could talk to me the way he did, but because I had the respect for him, Van Hall, I listened, and I started, you know, going to Planet Fitness in Carroll, Texas after work every day. And, you know, now, you know, I'm 55 years old. I weigh 157 pounds. I run 8 miles 2 nights a week and 4 miles 2 nights a week. And I do sprints or run a race on Saturdays. I can do, you know, I did 3 sets of 16 pull-ups in a row yesterday. You know, and I can do more pull-ups now than I could when I was an active duty Navy SEAL. Isn't that crazy? I could run almost as fast and as far. You know, but it's a lot of changes in my diet, paying real close attention to what I eat. There's a direct correlation between sugar and joint pain, so I try to stay away from the sugar. I'm learning about, you know, wheatgrass. I put a little teaspoon of wheatgrass powder in my breakfast smoothie every morning, and because I'm learning that what caused me to have a breakdown before, my joint pain, was not just inactivity, but it was diet. And so, I mean, those kind of things, those little things that people like me can share for those people that, haven't taken care of themselves, or, haven't gone, aren't into fitness, but and then those that have saved, those that have, taken advantage of some of the plans, they may be able to get these people that are, fitness nuts in the gym, to start thinking about saving. If you're a professional athlete, you got a manager that makes sure there's certain. I mean, they basically dictate, what you're in. That puts you in some sort of annuity, and so you have something for when you're no longer playing, making the big money. They make them do it. And then some of these guys are at the gym, and they're putting in just as much effort as these professional athletes, right? But they don't got nobody looking out for them, and nobody's paying them. They got to pay to go work out at the gym. They're buying their own supplements, and they're buying, and it's their time, and and they look good, and they feel good, right? But they got to pay for their own supplements, and they got to pay the gym membership, and there's then that time, and there's if they don't have their money working for them, then what's going to happen when they get hurt, or what's going to happen when they don't have they're not having the income coming in from Social Security to pay their gym membership, then those are things that people need to think about. But putting the two mentalities together, I think, is smart. You really got to tie it together. Be enthusiastic. I'm excited about it. It's exciting. I've seen other entities where they take people that are ambitious but are broke, and put them with people that have resources but don't want to spend the time looking for opportunities, and they put the two together, and everybody makes money. And so I'm thinking this is something that can have a similar outcome. So that's what I'm trying to wrap my brain around. But you know what? I'm putting my heart intelligence into it and see what the Holy Spirit comes up with.